What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a title called You Will Die Here Tonight. I just got done with the tutorial. I ran through the beginning sort of prologue period of the game, and now we are actively in the game proper. If you haven't seen this game before, this game is a gushing love letter to Resident Evil made by an indie team. It's a game where you are entering a mansion to investigate a murderer who has killed his whole family and run off with some kind of corporate secret from a pharmaceutical company. And so anyways, if you don't have to be that acclimated with Umbrella Corporation shenanigans to figure out, that's probably not going to work out so well for us. I'll probably be streaming this on the day that this video goes live too, because it's like Halloween or whatever, so it'd probably make for a fun stream. It's also been rattling around the industry a lot, so I kind of want to check this one out because people have been talking about it. We're going to play for about 30 minutes today. We're going to see what happens, see if it's something that you wanted to check out or something that you wanted to kind of like leave on the back burner. I'll do my best to give you some commentary along the way about the things that I've noticed. I do have a couple thoughts so far, but not so many. This is mostly going to be a first impressions video. Looking at this lamp triggers a borderline migraine. It turned on before I got knocked out. You will die here tonight. Anything you find might help the others escape. Something is clipped to the back of the note. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Those who do not learn from history, okay. So Monroe knows who we are, and if he knows I'm a medic, he probably split me off from the others intentionally. That shot could be fatal. I have to get over there. How did those doors open? So basically the setup for this is that we landed to do kind of like a SWAT team infiltration of this building, take the criminal perpetrator down. Unfortunately, when we walked into the front room, this lava lamp over here started vibrating and playing Crimson and Clover or something, and we all got knocked out from a really bad headache. And so now we're all separated. The cell tag on this game is that you've got like 6 different characters, and you play through the game sequentially with them, and they can actually die permanently, and the things they do before they die will affect all of the other characters' playthroughs. And so it's kind of an interesting idea. The SARS trained us to watch out for traps, but I gotta risk it. Somebody might need my help. Right now we're playing as Kowalski, who is the team medic, the first character we're gonna be playing as. Looks like they got a pretty good spread over here, dude. That looks like a pretty banger of a dinner. Honestly, like, sitting at the head of the table, the seating settings seem like they would kind of suck. Like, if you were sitting at the head of the table, you wouldn't be able to, like, talk to anybody. It's like in this little central area right here, dude. What's up with the clock? An imposing grandfather clock. The hour stands at 12 a.m. Foreboding. The porcelain within appears fragile and priceless. An ornate vase. Break it? Yeah? The vase shatters into worthless ceramic shards. There's ammunition for your 9mm pistol. Cool. So, like, how much do I have total on, like, my 9mm pistol? So as far as my equipment goes, do I have... So we don't have, like, the box-style inventory that you would normally have in a game like this. I don't actually know how many bullets I have for this pistol. Difficult to say. You can go into combat in this game, so this game's actually got, like, an interesting combat system. That's actually kind of what made me cover it, even though this is not usually the kind of thing that I play. Largely due to the fact the combat system in this is sort of, like, novel. It puts you into almost like... I don't know what to call it. It reminds me kind of like House of the Dead or something like Time Crisis when you go into combat. It becomes like a first-person shooter, and the enemies have these punch-out style things they do where you gotta like shoot them in their hand at like a certain point to, you know, get them to back off so that you don't take damage. Interesting stuff. We can look through the keyhole. Doesn't look like there's much there. Door is locked, so obviously it's not gonna open. So my guess is we probably need to go through this door right here. Locked door, but you can peer through the keyhole. Alright, looks like some kind of study, maybe. There's a delicious-looking meal on the table. Do you eat it? Sure, why not? This will help me get out of here. Hey, nice, dude. We got like a little bit of healing out of that. Seems like our health is actually kind of like foobar right now, in all honesty. Alright, door's open. Move in here carefully. Oh, look, a dead guy on the floor. Fantastic. Shit, I'm too late. Wait, is that... It's Monroe. Something is in the crook of his arm. The Red Clover book. Supernatural sightings of the American settlers. A history book? That photo in the main hall referred to learning from history. Police! Identify yourself. That's the combat system right there, by the way. It's basically kind of like a first-person shooter QuickTime event that pops up whenever bad guys attack you. You also have, like, if I click, I can throw a punch to, like, knock them back, or I can put up my hands to block. And so anyways, it's a very interesting, novel take on Resident Evil, and I have been a giant Resident Evil fan since the first Resident Evil game. I don't know if I've ever talked about that on the channel. I really, really like Biohazard and Resident Evil. And so anyways, this game was like kind of one of those natural things that I was like, I guess I'll go cover it then. I've never had to kill anybody before. That sounded like some kind of mechanism. Is there anything on the body? Whatever they did to this guy, it gave him resistance to pain and shock than any drug or procedure that I've ever seen. Engineering this kind of biohazard is beyond what someone like Monroe would be capable of. So the guy that murdered his whole family is dead. That's what we are aware of. Locked door, keyhole can't be seen through, or well, it can be seen through. This one opens. I'm assuming my character, like, automatically reloads in between fights. I don't know. A small chest, and it's locked. Okay. Looks like I've actually got to pick and select items that'll interact with it. A pool of blood. It looks like this is where Monroe was initially wounded. Security camera as well. It's a box of 9mm bullets. Do you take it? Yeah, I'll take it. Kick that bad boy open too, just in case there's anything inside of there. I don't think we have the key or the interact. Oh, dude, that's not good. Movement. That sounded like movement. Yup. He's at. Oh, thank you for closing the door behind me on your own. Appreciate that. That's really, really awesome of you. Thank you. That locked door is still locked. Magically. It did not unlock itself while I was in the other room. Monroe, somebody must have snuck in behind me and removed the body. No, there's no drag marks. Look at the blood on the ground. There's no drag marks. Unless, nah, I checked his vitals. There was nothing. The blood trail leads back the way I came. I should probably follow it. No, you should not. See, this is why you idiots die in horror movies. No, you should not. What you're going to do is you're going to take that pistol, you're going to shoot out a window, you're going to climb out that window, and you're just going to run. That's what you're going to do, right? You want to live? You better get out of here. Oh, the whole building. Yeah, see, it's not even structurally safe here. See what I mean? This place, they've got load-bearing columns over here that clearly have fallen over, that have no longer stood the test of time. This is unacceptable. What's up with this fishy over here? What? There was a drawer? Oh, I thought I was looking at the little wireframe fishy. I don't like what's happening here. You go this way. Well, I mean, the blood goes to that other door, but I gotta check that one, right? I gotta check it. This is Dr. Catherine Olson. To any surviving members of Ares, respond. Dr. Olson, thank God. Are you all right? I'm trapped in a subterranean laboratory beneath the library. I think some kind of pathogen is being manufactured down here. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I've run into a couple of the recipients. Fascinating. Well, if you can locate me, we may be able to untangle this together. I'm looking for everybody, Dr. Olson, but I'm on my way. So does this thing, like, make my game save or something? It does. It saves my game. All right. I was just trying to make sure, man. I'm not trying to die horribly out here. What's up with this big armor right here? You can tell it's going to move by looking at it. That's a pre-rendered sprite. At some point, that knight right there is going to come to life. It's a pre-render. The color palette is off from the background, so that thing's definitely going to wake up at some point. A pair of immovable gauntlets holds it firmly in place. Is there one on the other side? Oh, there is one on the other side. Maybe I'm wrong. It looks like a pre-render to me, though. If you look at it, it's a cutout sprite that's in the foreground compared to the background. You can see the edges where it was photoshopped. And so anyways, I'm guessing those are going to wake up at some point and become a problem. Okay, a viewing room. It's a parlor organ. Pretty good condition, too. The little light bulbs above the keys are strange, though. The seat easily pulls back from the organ. Okay, so we got to figure out... I don't know, I was just playing notes randomly. So we got to figure out what the notes are that we potentially have to do with that thing. There's blood over... Oh, I would have never seen... would have never seen that there was a door right there if they hadn't put the blood next to it. Monroe, you don't have to die here. We can patch you up, but you need to surrender. Oh, he isn't going to listen, is he? Time to fight or run away. I think we run. That's the way that I feel about it. I feel like we run and we just stay away from him. I don't know if he's just going to be hanging out in this hallway over here the entire time, but I'd rather not deal with it, so I'm just going to flee. Oh, dude, I think he's going to come in here. I don't think we have a choice. There we go. He's pretty far back right there. Reload the gun. Oh, we got him. Are we okay? I think we're okay. I think we're all right. Everything, dude, the combat in this game is really, really intense. An observation lines up. I did the tutorial for this game, but I feel like it was very under-tutorialized, or maybe I missed something. But I can't figure out how to open my inventory. I think maybe the E key is possibly it. It's kind of hard to say. Also, your gun does not reload in between fights, by the way. If you want to see how much ammo you have to hold down the R key while you're in, like, the adventure, like, exploration, like, puzzle-solving mode. And so, like, basically what I did is I sat down. I made an edit right there. You may have noticed. I made an edit right there, right around the time that Monroe came after us, because I couldn't figure out keys, basically. And so I reloaded a save. And then I pressed every single key on the keyboard. This is a problem. This should never be a thing that a player does where they push every single key on a keyboard to figure out what all the keys do. It should either be tutorialized well enough that you know all the keys, but on top of that, there's no control settings here. None. So there's no way to figure out what the keys are without pressing every single key on the keyboard. I'm a little bit astonished by this decision. This is like basic 2023 quality of life that should be in every single game. But it is what it is. The other problem that's, I think, more concerning here is that the combat, the mouse is very, very, very tight. Like, the mouse sensitivity is very tight. It needs to be looser. Like, I play with a much, much higher DPI, basically, when I play first-person shooters. You can't adjust that either, so it's going to feel like your mouse is moving through molasses while you're doing the shooter portions of the game, which is really, really unfortunate because, in fact, everything here seems to be really high quality from what I've played. There was about 20 minutes a game before I started recording the video, and the humor was on point, like, the environmental design was on point, the conversation was really good, and so I'd like to see these other areas of the game brought up to the same level that we're seeing right here. If Monroe is dead, we should extract. I have no idea what we'll report, but saving the team is all that matters. You search his body and you acquire a parasite sample 1540. The sample, our secondary objective. If whatever happened to Monroe is connected to the liquid in this vial, I need to handle it very carefully. So that was it said injective bitten. Does that mean if we get bitten, we get infected? I mean, I know that dying is like a big part of this game. Like, that's why it's called what it's called, is because on some level you're supposed to die. That's like part of the progression mechanic, is that, like, not your entire team is going to make it out of here. People are going to make mistakes. You learn from those mistakes so that the next teammate that you take over can have a higher chance of surviving. The shelf contains various works of literature. How many ammos did that give me? 5 bullets. Nice. Hell yeah, you love to see it. It's a plant. Yeah, but what kind of plant? A ficus? The shelf contains volumes on history, but a book is missing. The book fits seamlessly into the empty space on the shelf, and a clicking sound is heard. What was the clicking sound? Did something open? Oh! Okay, so there's more books around here that we're going to have to slot in. There's definitely like a blue book. What does this say? An etched stone that outlines the contents of the library. Once returned, 3 travelers will guide the way. Okay. So we got to find the blue book. Oh, no, there's a green book down here, too. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of books that we got to find, and then this is probably going to open right here. It'll probably either give us like a weapon or some ammo or something. All right. How filled out is the... So that goes back to the... Oh, this goes back to the main library right here. So I can unlock this from the other side. Right? Oh, I guess not. Weird door then. It doesn't have a latch? Apparently it's locked from both sides. Interesting. Am I reloaded? I am reloaded. Can I just talk about how much I love that little magazine display in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen? It's very, very evocative of like older games like House of the Dead, games like Time Crisis, where you have like the bullets that actually like fly out of the magazine as you're firing them, and it like rocks back and forth, and then when you reload it, it like slots more in. Love it. They seem to have taken very, very careful attention to kind of like late 90s, early aughts design aesthetics here for a lot of the things that they're emulating, which I think is a good thing. So we've got, wait, what's that? I'm the best pool player in Ares, and nobody would rack these like this without a reason. 1836. Those pool balls are looking a little murky. Sorry, I come from a big pool playing family. My dad has a 3-slate pool table upstairs in his house out in the country. And so anyways, I grew up playing a lot of pool, all right? Well, technically, I guess I didn't grow up playing pool. We didn't have the pool table until I was 18 years old. We moved to the house that had the triple slate pool table when I was like 18, so I guess not. Maybe that's wrong. But either way, I've played a lot of pool. Like, I can play entire games like behind my back and stuff and typically still beat people. Although it's been a couple years since I played. I bet I'd be pretty rusty right now, but I used to play pool all day, every day when I was living at my parents' house. Loved pool. So there's the Blue Abyss book right there. Now we just got to find the Greenie Boy book. We have a first aid kit right here. I thought that was going to be some kind of box that was lootable. What's up with the clock? Did this one stop at the same time as the other one? It did. Okay. Fair enough. Movement feels pretty good. I'm like pretty happy with the way the game feels. It looked like there, what's this? Something catches your eye. Bullets underneath the couch. I mean, I do like though that there's like little investigation points that like if you notice you can get extra ammo and stuff. Oh wow, jeez. I have a really, really hard time identifying door jams in this game. I mean, we got enough ammo to last a while. Secure metal door, you need a handle. Okay. Does it have a drawer or anything on it? Happy sounds. Oh yeah, dude. There's a Zombo right there. Alright, let's get him set up in the hallway over here. I want to get as much range on him as I possibly can so that I have plenty of time to just like shoot him in the face. There we go. Just drop him real quick. I really, really like those combat sequences. Like, I like them a lot. I feel like this game is probably going to be polarizing, though, since, like, the combat system is effectively kind of like an aim training quick time event. I feel like some people will not like it, but I like it very much. I think it's very cool and a very original twist on Resident Evil. A large, dusty trunk. Do you want to open it? I guess. Oh, we got the Yellow Lotus book. Nice. I thought it was green. It's more of a yellowy yellow, I guess, now that I look at it. A painting of a heart. Seems to have been taken from another location. The anatomy's pretty accurate. I can't imagine many people enjoying this, but the frame alone deserves to be hung. I mean, everybody deserves to be hung. Whether or not they get the opportunity, that's up to the dear Lord. All right, let's go over here, and we'll drop that off. And we'll probably put that right here. Blue Abyss book right there. And then Yellow Lotus book. Oh, I thought the globe would open because it made a point of saying that it was broken and wouldn't turn. I knew there was something about the books. Where does this go? I don't know, but I'm going back to save. I don't know what you're doing, but... So I went back and it says an unseen force is blocking me from going back to the lobby. I took a look at the piano again. There was a book laying right over here that just had like some notes that you could read. You could also look at both of the portraits if you wanted to. I'm honestly impressed by how well the assets are done in this game. Like little things like how good the portraits look when they pop up, and little things like that screen that it cut to with Monroe when he like woke up. The artistry is done very well for this title. I guess we just got to go down the hole. There's not really anywhere else for us to go on this side of the house. Actually, it says there's a door over there. I missed one, I guess. Oh, no. That was the door that needed the handle. So, yeah. I think we're done on this side of the house. Yep, that was the door that needed the handle. All right, we'll go this way then. Hey, we found our teammate. Nice, dude. Dr. Olson, got here as soon as I could. It's good to see you, Lieutenant. I had faith you would beat the odds. The odds? In most projections, the captain and I are the only survivors, sometimes the sergeant, never your friend, unfortunately. Projections? What are you talking about? If you set us up, you won't get away with it. The captain vouched for you. You said you had a good heart. Who are you and why are you doing this? It'd be a long conversation, Lieutenant, and honestly, you talk too much. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. That's an interesting twist. I mean, she does, so like she is a blonde-haired lady that's kind of cute in a Resident Evil game, I guess. And she's got kind of like that fierce look on her face, bro. So I guess, you know, she does have kind of like a Wesker thing going on. Additional radio signals remain available. With Monroe resurfaced, however, my instructions are to proceed immediately. No matter, the rest of them will render useful data. The illumination of the lamp was my signal to initiate the program. What is it doing here? Good evening, Director. Ares has been sufficiently paralyzed. Proceed with mass termination protocol for all remaining members. Adequate elimination confirmed. Mass termination protocol initiated. Please retrieve the parasite sample to complete the final objective. Certainly. Parasite sample should be located on this corpse. Oh, I'm playing as the bad guy right now. Nice. I like that shift. The cupcake, though, it was genuinely appreciated. Oh, yeah, so the character we were playing as, Kowalski, she made her a welcome to the department cupcake before we deployed here. It was a key item that you picked up. I don't know if she still has it in her inventory. But anyways, that's what she's referring to, is that Dr. Catherine Olson is the newest person in Ares. And there was a cupcake from Kowalski who just got shot in the face on the desk. I could never kill someone that made me a funfetti cupcake. That's like one of the kindest things you can do for another human being is make them anything funfetti. Disgusting, but appreciated. You search the corpse. 36 bullets, parasite samples. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of stuff. Is she gonna come back? A fabricator. No, that's not what we need. Oh, computer. Possession of the parasite sample detected. Instruction, place parasite sample in fabricator drawer. Alright. There we go. Closes sharply. Sample is processed with a steady rhythm of clicks and whirls. You acquire an IV bag. The sample is processed. I believe our business is concluded. Inaccurate. Payment is to be rendered following placement of IV bag on IV stand in southern part of room. Okay. Should probably save the game, too. Is there anything else back here laying around? I get the feeling that this is like an interim section before it gives me to another character. The IV bag slips into place. Sufferable errand. I'm going to note this in the debriefing. The bag is hung. Enough of this. Meet your end at the bargain, Director. I'm not one of your pathetic underlings. What's the meaning of this? How dare you deface me? I won't be threatened. We had an agreement. You will die here tonight, Catherine. Anything you find might help the others escape. The others are dead. The sample was acquired. The mission was a success. I don't understand. You will. My value in future operations far outweighs the security of my liquidation, but it seems like someone wants me to prove that. Very well. I'll devise my own exfiltration. This is rad, dude. My first impressions are really, really positive. Like, I have nothing to complain about when it comes to the gameplay itself. The only complaints I have are that it's, like, under-tutorialized what keys do what, and there should definitely be rebindable keys in here somewhere, and there should definitely be mouse sensitivity in combat, and also, when you set it, it should do, like, a little simulated combat inside the options menu so that you can feel it on out and make sure that it feels good to your wrist. I follow the rule that one slide across my mouse pad of like the width of my wrist rotates my character twice, basically, and that's how I always calibrate my mouse, is that one drag of my wrist from left to right should rotate my character twice. But anyways, this is You Will Die Here Tonight. I like it. I think it's really, really cool. join me on stream. We will play this game for hours and hours and hours. I will see you all later. Thank you for hanging out, and this is You Will Die Here Tonight. Pretty positive, in all honesty, with regards to my impressions as a Resident Evil fan. I think it's fun. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.